So welcome back to BlackManProblems. I am Anthony Brown.
And I'm Ciaran Callum.
And today's topic is going to be...
Disagreements with friends?
That's it, disagreements with friends.
When you fall out with your homies.
Yeah, because Ciaran and I just literally the past week have been bickering over texts, and it's all to do with BlackManProblems and stuff like that. And we thought we should definitely talk about this in our next chat. You know what? I've actually forgotten what we actually started arguing over.
Which is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Which is an excellent
Yeah, so we probably can't remember, but whatever it was, basically.
Yeah, the specifics aren't really necessary.
Yeah.
But what is essential is the fact that we had disagreements about the format of the show.
Yes.
One of the disagreements was the length of the show.
Yeah.
One of the disagreements was, an outside project that I'd started.
Yeah.
And just basically how we would put this whole thing together. But it's been kind of hard because we're both so passionate about this project.
Exactly.
And we both want to make it work. But at the same time, we've been communicating back and forth by text message. And
that's the key thing.
yeah,
The fact that it was by text message, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
Because whenever you get a text message from a friend, and it is something that you've disagreed with them, or something that you're not, that you're not completely on the same wavelength with them. But if you're kind of displaying this over text, when you read the text, it just sounds really blunt.
Yeah, the emotion's lost. Yeah, the emotion is lost. So we were messaging back and forth, and personally, from my perspective, I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to be diplomatic.
As well.
And you're sending me stuff that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I don't agree with.
And we're basically pissing each other off more and more and more.
And having these we got into these sort of tennis matches where we're both struggling to be the first one to send the message. And it's
You just want to get your point.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish my point. I can see WhatsApp says typing. I'm like, look, let me get my point off before you start typing.
I'm like, no, I want to put my point in first. And this is what we're doing, back and forth over text message. I'm like, oh my god, I'm arguing with one of the closest people I've got to me, and I start to feel a bit like, alright, let's just calm it down.
Yeah.
Let's meet up in person.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, as soon as we meet up in person, I think the first thing that happened, we hugged each other, because we just knew that we'd just been being bickering girls about it, if I can be politically incorrect. But we were.
Well, the thing is, though, it's what we did, and we did it, from personally, this was from years of experience of having arguments with people and having it go the wrong way. But often when people get into disagreements with people, they either don't talk about it at all and let it sit and bubble and fester, and it just gets inside them, and then it doesn't really come out in the way it should, but it comes out in the fact that I'm not picking up your phone calls anymore and stuff, or just there's a change in the way I interact with you.
Passive aggressiveness.
Passive aggressiveness. That's what a lot of people will do, and that's what I've done in the past. So I'm sure you have. Yeah. Or there's the other way where you just have it out with someone and you call them every name under the sun. It's like, nah, man, nah. I have to make sure my man knows about yourself. You get me? Nah, blood. My man, I have to make my man know you get me. It's like, nobody...
You're wrong, blood. Your blood clot wrong.
Nah, blood, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about yet. Dickhead, blood.
And you don't want it to get to that level. No. Always, especially if someone says something that you disagree with, the first thing people have always said and taught me is, never response by text straight away. Your first words are going to be your worst words. Put the phone far away from you as possible. Think about what it is. They might actually have a really big point. So just think about it, and then when you do respond, take their point into consideration, and then go, have you thought about it this way? How can we compromise with such and such? Whatever it might be, just come up with a solution that you think both of you can agree with. So when your next meet with that person, it's, the friendship is still there.
And this is definitely what I wanted as well, because it's where we were concerned, this break, let's call it potential breakup, would have been quite fatalistic.
Yeah, to the show.
Yes, because, you need, even though it's called BlackManProblems, there's two black men.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And we're both doing this show as well because we're both in the stage of our life that we want to push on and push ahead. Yeah. So for the sake of our futures, we literally needed to find a way.
And what Ciaran actually said is right. I think we should meet up, and even if it takes an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Just
come
hash
to
it
a
out.
solution. Yeah. And we did. We came to like an absolute compromise.
Quicker than I thought.
Yeah, quicker. And I thought
Like,
we
if we'd have
would.
continued texting,
We would have
we'd
never.
be arguing still.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. We'd have been still arguing.
Still on
But as
WhatsApp.
soon as-
Checking for the blue ticks.
I can't believe it. Can't believe he said this. Nah. Screwing. And when I actually thought about it, I was like, what were we actually arguing over? There was no real substance. There were both of the things all of the things we were talking about. We kind of agreed with it in some way or other down the line, but it was just the way it looked over text. We were just getting angry, and I could see that we were just going back and forth and not going anywhere. So we just needed to come up with a compromise, which you've done. Hence why we're here today. Otherwise, it could have been just a blank screen that you're staring at.
Yeah.
With BlackManProblems on the
You've
bottom.
been thinking, what the hell happened to BlackManProblems? Like, it's Sunday. There's no new episode. What's happening? 2 Sundays have passed.
Exactly.
And now 3 and 4.
Yeah, we couldn't do that.
I'm concerned. Are they dead?
We couldn't do that because you got you had a nice email from one of our fans
Oh, yeah.
saying
Hello, Venelina.
Hi, Villalina.
Hey.
Hope I pronounced that
I hope
correctly.
you're having fun in Amsterdam.
Oh, in Amsterdam, it's
Yeah.
nice there.
Yeah. Very, very...
Have you been to Amsterdam?
I've been twice, but never as an adult. I've never been to Amsterdam. I've been
That's
twice.
like Disneyland for me. Been like once, but never as an adult.
He wants to go to Disneyland as an adult.
You don't. It'd be really annoying, wouldn't it?
Although one of
Which is nice.
my friends actually went to Disneyland the other day, and she took a Facebook profile picture of her hugging Mickey Mouse. I was a little bit jealous.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of want one.
A
then,
little
wouldn't
bit
you?
jealous, yeah. They did look good.
So yeah, going back to so if you do have an argument with a friend and you're not with them at the time, you should not text them back an angry message. Kind of come up with a compromise. Take like 5 minutes out before you send that text and be diplomatic about it. If you're, what would you do if you're with the person that you get into an argument with someone that you're there with?
Well, I think the thing you have to try and remember is when you're arguing with someone, there's a real potential to see them as the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're
Yeah.
trying to hurt you.
That's true.
This person has seen something in you that they don't like, and now they're making it their mission in Earth, in life,
Yes.
to fuck you over.
Yeah.
When that's actually not the case. What
It's
it
not.
is there's something that they want,
Yeah.
and that they think they're not getting. There's like a miscommunication, basically.
It happens all the time.
We're all just souls inhabiting bodies. We're all
Exactly.
human beings. It's like, just because you and the person have a disagreement doesn't mean that they're...
That's it,
like,
they're going to be out of
against
your
you.
life. Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it? Yeah, so you just have to find a way to get past that, figure out how you can reach the common ground.
Like, you're supposed to disagree with things. Human beings are supposed to disagree with each other and come up with a way that it works for everybody. That's politics in a way, do you know what I mean? You've seen them in Parliament and they're bickering as they do. These are just ways that you come to an agreement that everyone's happy with. So arguing, like, people take it as the end of the world, like, oh my god, I'm no longer going to be friends with this person anymore. Don't see it like that at all. It isn't. An arguing is a way that you get to the point that you need to be.
I thought something. Actually, I think we said this earlier, but
Yeah.
you need, if there's an issue that you have with someone, you need to bring it up. I feel
Yeah.
like enough people don't bring it up.
And let it fester.
Yeah.
And that's when the
that's a
passive
big
aggressive
one. I know we said
comes
that
out.
before, but that's the big one. Just literally bring it up and deal with it. You might have to go through some awkwardness of talking to somebody about some issue that, you know, you don't feel too comfortable talking with, but it's worth it in the end.
So if you do get into a disagreement with a friend, don't let it fester and not say anything and then be passive aggressive with everything that, you know, they say or do to you. And just mention it to them, but in a diplomatic way, like, you know what, mate, that thing that happened the other day, I really wasn't happy about it. And
Yeah, it
I think
wasn't
could
on.
have, yeah, it could have
not
been dealt
on.
with a better way. I just wanted to bring it up to you. 'Cause I
These
don't
are
want
my
us to fall out.
reasons.
Yeah, these are my reasons, and you know, do you understand what I mean? And usually, that other person will respect you so much more for it that, you know what I mean, that it will make your bond even stronger with that person. So that's my
Actually,
advice.
that's one thing. That's one thing I've noticed in the past. To anybody who's watching this, who's seen quite a few episodes, who says to himself, "Gosh, that Ciaran Callum is just revealing things about himself that I wouldn't say." It's because a few months ago I had something happen to me which made me think, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to be really honest from now on.
Yeah.
But since I've been doing that, I've noticed that people really appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's
they do.
made me closer to people.
Yeah, it
It
does.
really has. It strengthened my relationships with people, whether or not that's girls I'm seeing, friends like this guy right here, my parents, for argument's sake, everybody. Like, my life is actually better since I've just started telling the truth. And telling the truth goes two ways. It means saying to someone, I think your top is awesome. But it also means saying to someone, you know what, I'm not happy with X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. So try it next time.
Yeah.
When you're having a disagreement or something you don't like about something your friends have done, just tell them honestly, amicably, and maybe they'll respect you more for it once you've had it out.
Yeah. And to be honest, if they don't respect your honesty, really and truly, is that the kind of person you want in your life?
There you go. You've said it. We've been Black Man Problems. I'm Anthony Brown.
And I'm Ciaran.
And we'll see you next week.
Ta-ra.